I want to make a number one. My granddaughter would say I've got 3 points. That's all it is. First, I think the flood committee is doing a great job. I think the counselors are doing a great job. But they need to focus on 2 things. One, the disaster financial assistance was not adequate, and in some places was nothing. And so that needs to be addressed, and they shouldn't just be talking about it. They should be down in Fredericton, not knocking on doors very gently hoping to see somebody, but kicking on doors and demanding to see somebody. And I know Wes is doing all he can, but Wes is one voice. And if he had 50 or 100 of us down there, he'd be heard a lot more. Second, relocation. Absolutely. And it should be done now. It can be done now. And again, you don't go down and knock gently on the door and say, this is what we think. You go down and you kick the door and you say, this is what we're demanding. And it needs to be done now. And it can be done now. And it can be done before freeze-up. And Al has already addressed how you would select those, who's first, and so on. All of that information is available. So those are the 2 things that the council and the Flood Action Committee needs to focus on. The third thing is the mitigation study. Thankfully, we have a mitigation study. And thankfully, we have about 6 or 7 people from our own village who are either directly flood victims themselves or have immediate family who are flood victims, so they know all the ins and outs of it. And they are doing a lot of volunteer work for us, as Wes said, without compensation on their own time. And we don't need to be crapping on them, we need to be thanking them. And this is my third and final point. I think the mayor owes those people an apology, because those are the people that are making things happen. On September the 1st or August 31st, after the report comes out, we'll deal with it. And yes, it might take 2 months or 2 years or 5 years to implement it, but at least we will have the report and we can work towards implementing it. You don't crap on the people who are actually putting it together before it's ever reported and published. So I think he owes them an apology, because I've worked with these people and I've known these people. And back in '93 and in '87, if we didn't have those same kind of people doing all the work behind the scenes, we would not have had the flood assistance and the relocation that we had then. So we need that again, and those are the 2 things that we need to focus on today: the relocation and the financial assistance. Everything else can wait till August 30th. Those 2 things we need to deal with, and we need to deal with them now. Thank you.